Hello everybody and welcome back to Tavern Talk. It's been a little bit, it's time to move on. Last time we had a lot of quests, so many quests, we got a new baby, people got to talk to each other a lot. It was really cool, so hopefully the quests we already sent out and the ones that just went out are all going to go good. With luck. I hope my drinks are helping, but we'll have to find out as we go along. So let's just get right started with the interlude, ? I agree, Rooster. Oh, it's dark outside. Oh, whoa, who are you guys? Wait, Monster Prom? Phew, I knew we took the right path. Who said we can't road trip all by ourselves? Liam did, I think. I think that was perhaps a rhetorical question. Whoa, dude, didn't see you there. I will say, I think they're Monster Prom. I've never played it, but I recognize, like, the art. Or, like, the characters. Maybe I should play Monster Prom sometime. What's up? The sky, last time I checked. Not the stars, though. It better be. It'd be very confusing otherwise. Very true. Is this your crib? It is indeed. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Polly Geist and the goodest of boys, Scott Howell. And together, we are the Prank Masters. With a Z. Woo! Pleasure to meet you. I'm your humble innkeeper. Awesome. What drinks do you serve? Oof, yeah. We're in desperate need of some booze. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't serve booze. What? Why? The age rating system is quite harsh on such things. And I've got to keep the place open somehow. I feel ya. We've all got some burdens to carry. What else have you got? Magical beverages that can enhance your abilities. It's even rumored that they might influence your fate. Dun dun dun. Whoa, that's so cool, dude. Like an influencer, but for fate. A fate-fluencer. That would go hard on Momentgram. What's a Momentgram? Did you guys time travel? I think you might be lost. We should hook you up with Milo. They can explain it all better. Innkeep, please influence our fate before I get bored. I'm feeling incredibly depleted from this weird AF trip. Sounds like you're in dire need of some stamina. Though, I think you could use something a bit stronger than usual. Dope! Give me your strongest potion. Technically... never mind. Okay, wait, is this like a training for us? Are they teaching us something new with this? Okay, lots of stamina. Steel tonic... What has a lot of stamina? Ah, Sailor's Courage. Southern Brawler also does too. I think let's go with Sailor's Courage. There we go. 1 Charisma. And 1 Dex. Charisma. There we go, I got there eventually. A funky drink for a funky gal. Let's see. Whoa, this is good. Very good. So good I don't even miss the booze. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll take that as a compliment. Try this, Scott. Woo, that tickles. Just like pickle juice. So, Scott Howell, would you like a drink as well? Nah. But you could tell us where we are and what cool things we could check out around here. What happened? What portal did you guys walk through? Is that what happens in Monster Prom? They walk through portals? You're in Zenith, in the Republic of Fizoa. Are you lost? Nope, at least not as long as we're having a blast. That's a good way to look at it. You do seem slightly... out of this world, though. Ooh! Maybe you're onto something, potion seller. I'm not... You know, we were road tripping, supposed to be the trip of our lives, when something weird happened. We were about to take the next turn at a crossroads, and then whoosh! A portal opened up, and I couldn't hit the brakes in time. Yeah, we drove straight through and ended up on a gravel road. Everything seemed different and dated. So dated. Rude. Dated? Duh. I've seen and done plenty of weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. So weird. No cars, only carriages and stuff. Cars? Yes! Do you mean carts? Kinda. More like carriages, but without the horsies. I'm afraid I've got no clue what you're talking about. They're like, oh, we're so lost. I don't think cars exist here, Scott. Now it makes sense that my phone has no signal either. What makes sense? We landed in the past. Whoa! Does that mean we time traveled? Maybe more likely dimension traveled? Yeah! That's so cool. I doubt time travel is possible. It sounds more like you participated in inter-universal travel. Which is rare, but happens occasionally. Wait! So what you're saying is, we're super special and lucky to have participated in such an event? Likely. Dope. This is a sign, Scott. The universe sent us here to wreak havoc. No, there's enough going on here. Ow! The prank masters will strike again. They're gonna make the moon fall too. Soon, after a nap. Can we take a nap, Polly? Good idea. Hey, funky magic mystery pal, you better get to writing that tour guide. I'll see what I can do. Good. Do you have a room for us? Of course. I've got a room upstairs. Just ignore the scratching sounds and the leaking water by the iron door. Don't worry, we've seen worse than that. We've got plenty of experience with sea monsters. Always hyped to meet some more. See you in a bit, Innkeep. Come on, Scott, let's hit the sheets. Okay, interesting. Maybe I should add some do not enter signs. Do not enter to who specifically? Time-traveling teenagers or interdimensionally traveling teenagers? Oh! It's you! My bestie! Hello. Glad to see you, Baya. Thank you for having me. Now that... Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? Still so lonely. Lonely. I came to ask... Have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did? Yes, I sent Fable and Aura to solve the dispute. Ooh! Then let's hope they'll be friends again soon, so we can have tea parties again. And I can stop being lonely. Ooh. At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. Oh, yay! Thank you for handing out my coupons. Oh, it's you guys again. Hey! Don't be mean. Did I hear spa? Mm-hmm. Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Woo! I love spa things. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bog creature? Tour guide? Do you want to visit my spa? These two are Polly Geist and Scott Howell. They're currently looking for... entertainment. And a way back home, but entertainment first, obviously. It's getting incredibly boring here, no offense, funky magic mystery pal. None taken. Where is your home? In a portal, or something. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself is pretty rad. But we've had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Move on to my spa. Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Of course. You can do that? But first, you have to visit my spa. Very insistent on this. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyways. The air here is so dry. My bog water is especially moisturizing. Wait! Does that mean we get to go skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh yes, absolutely. My hot springs are the best. Cool, so a pit stop at your spa and then a road trip back home? You joining us for the ride, sweet bog creature? Please say yes. Aw, friends. We'll see. I'll first show you the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, you could take a ride with them through it. Might help you with your loneliness. You think so? Yeah, a little road trip. Go hang out, have some fun. Yes! No one's lonely on a ride with the prank masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests? Or the one through the Twilight Chasm, a place full of dread and weird fishies? Ooh, the Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky. I love dreams. They're so weird. Like that one dream where I was my own dad. What? Where should I lead them, innkeeper? A trip through the Nightmare Realm sounds fun. The portal to Avalon is just around the corner. Through the lush forests of the Ashen Grove. The way we came, not gonna lie, that's lame. Well, I didn't know that, but it's a quick way home. And full of dreams, Polly. Imagine how many pranks we could pull on sleeping people. That's true! Amazing, then it's settled. Can't wait to show you my mud masks. Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bog creature. Oh, my name is Baya. Then let's hit the road, Baya. Enjoy your trip and safe travels. Goodbye, potion seller. I'm not. See ya. Goodbye, innkeeper. Baya, please come back. I love you. Go on a road trip, but please come back. I'll miss you forever. I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors, at least. Does that mean Baya is in one of the monster games? Like I said, I haven't played them, but that would be really cool, like a little crossover episode. I'm excited to hear the story she'll tell when she gets back. Oh, that really was an interlude. That was only 15 minutes. Alright, maybe we'll do 3 days today, if this counts as a day. It did say interlude. It's raining! Come hell or high water. Oh dear. 17th of the astral moon. Meh. Alright, what's going on? Hello, it's good to see you again. Good evening, innkeeper. Good evening, Grace. Could I ask you for a drink? Anytime. What can I do you for? I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that will keep my mind awake for a little longer? I should have something that can do just that. One moment. Alright, something to keep the mind awake. Big brain mode. Silent owl. You make the night your own. Its accentuated taste and hand-selected spices become a silhouette lurking in the shadows. Strength, sight, and the subtlety of a predator. There's that one. What else we got? Sparkling nebula. Inspiring great ideas and even greater stories. Probably this one, if I had to guess. The silent owl sounds like it should be like a night owl thing, but I think this is more what she's looking for. There we go, Sparkling Nebula. Whee! A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy. Thank you. This is just what I needed. Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis. I am. Which means also I need to figure out what to do next. The possibilities are endless, but not boundless, so considerations are a complicated endeavor. Have you considered a break? Oh, you have? Okay, good. I thought it was gonna be like, no. What is that? Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, What would you do with it? I think we do. I believe that the innkeeper is immortal, but that's just my theory. A game theory. I've never thought about that before. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards all day. Forever is a really long time. Isn't there anything else you'd like to do? Love to go on a road trip, always wanted to learn how to play the harp. I'd love to learn how to play the harp. Oh, why haven't you? No time, no muse, no talent. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right moment. When will that moment come? I'm not sure. I just don't feel like the harp belongs to me right now. Let me know when it does. I'd love a concert. Will do. What would you do with immortality? I would learn everything there is to learn, every language, instrument, skill, and facet of moral existence. I would travel the plains with my brother and learn even more, have an infinite amount of tea parties. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. We didn't have money for music boxes, so we just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. If I had the time, I would love to write down all those songs and invent dances for them. And I could play them on the harp. You should make time for that. It's your time, after all. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Not if you got the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is, but I'll make the most of it. What will you do next, then? I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about going to Ashfadal, the capital of Magacracy? I heard the libraries are 60 stories tall and rivers float through the sky in exuberant display of mana. Sounds like paradise for someone like you. Yes, but Hex really wants to stay here. He likes Fizoa, Zenith, the Ashen Grove. I think he likes how quiet it is, if you would believe it. I don't think he'd like the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Magacracian embassy in Zoford. Their teleportation is expensive, but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Zoford either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself, then. He really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation. He could take a ship. I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would help make the distance acceptable to him. I am offering so many solutions. What do you want from me? He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures or celebrations or funerals. You can just tell him you want to go alone. But then he'd be alone too. Just talk to him, Grace. The innkeeper's getting annoyed. I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me either. Grace! Oh, Grace! Grace, if you keep bottling these up, you're just gonna end up resenting each other, and that's not good either. You need to communicate. So is that why? That's why she has gray in her hair and crow's feet, and he doesn't. He got the elf lifespan, but she didn't. Oh. That does make sense. So he's worried about her in his own way. But you're only 42. That's like not that old, okay? Everybody freaks out about like, oh, my 20s are over, my life is ending. You have so much more time, Grace. You should tell him that. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. Unlike life, that never ends. I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower. Aw, yeah. Please do. I love those. Did you hear about the one on Morla, near Dalwell? The one with the infamous Magacracian fugitive? Wait, what? The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving his tower vacant. I've always wanted to stop by for tea, but I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I haven't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and impossibilities. Go! Go! Couldn't you just teleport in? Just to check. You can't exactly teleport in and out of well-protected places all willy-nilly. You might end up trapped or on a whole other plane. You might. Maybe that's what happened to the wizard? Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was, and no one seems interested in finding out either. Isn't that sad? A little. I don't want to disappear like that. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around, and since I theorize that the innkeeper is immortal and it just isn't telling anyone, it will probably be a while. How long is that? For as long as this world will bear me. That's a nothing answer, I'm just saying, dancing around the question. You are very easy to bear. Thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while? Please, I find your inn truly inspiring. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. I'm counting on it. Fable! A lullaby! Hey guys, welcome back! Hiya, innkeeper! Hiya, you two. A drink, please. Or two, actually. They're blushing! Do they like each other? That's so cute! Sure thing! Actually, what name are we on right now? Oh? Well, Aura is still fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. I was busy. Want to come up with the new one now, then? Can I come up with one? Sure. How about Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits. He is just as soft as a cloud. That's what I was thinking. I'm nothing like a cloud, and yet your name changed, Kumo. Sounds like something a cloud would say. Oh, the blush. Oh my god, they're so cute. Our drinks. Can we get them now? Of course. What would you like? Something sweet. Bubbly, maybe. If you can find something like that, it's sitting right next to you. I know you like Fable. You know. Sure, I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for. Words, huh? So charisma. Maybe a spoken heart, then? I feel like I give them a lot of spoken hearts. Ooh, let's check this out. Okay, she's a half-elf, but she inherited the human lifespan while Hex inherited the elven one. Grace is always reminded of her mortality, and it scares her. She doesn't want to take breaks because she feels like that would waste her precious time. She also doesn't like how Hex tries to shelter her. Gotcha. Okay, wizard from the Magacracy has abandoned his tower. The wizard's location is unknown, but he seems to be gone for good. Interesting. I wonder if this is related to any of these. I don't think so. Alright, let's see. How about spoken heart? I do like the spoken heart. I got an achievement called a lullaby, so I'm assuming that the quest went well, hopefully? We shall see. Baya isn't here right now, though. She did leave. Alright, drink is done. Boop, 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 boop. Spoken heart. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Good one. Do you want to send it back? No. It's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you? Maybe something that will make me feel like I could lift 1,000 clouds? Like I've got the strength of a dragon or something like that. Carolyn always says it's pretty tasty. Ooh, Sailor's Courage maybe. I see, a Carolyn special then. So you just called them a cloud and now you want to be able to lift 1,000 clouds. My shipping senses are tingling. Let's go with Sailor's Courage. Spoken Heart and Sailor's Courage. For the two cutie pies, I genuinely do ship them. At first it was like, are they? Are they not? But now they're blushing at each other all the time. It's so, you could tell. Actually, let me retry this. I got it wrong. I was just too busy gushing over the cutie pies to do the drink right. They're just adorable. Okay. What have I done wrong? Oh, charisma. Right? Yes. Even though I swear I already put some in, but whatever. There we go. Sailor's Courage. A regular's favorite for another regular.
Thank you. It's delicious as usual.
That's what I like to hear. Oh yeah! I like the new hair, by the way. Who did it?
Oh, you do? Thank you. It looks really nice, right? Kumo braided it for me.
Oh, you guys, stop it! You're so cute!
He helped me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan. But I should probably start at the beginning, right?
I'd appreciate that.
All right, so what happened at the beginning?
The ship to Boreas.
Right. I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. After all, the seas around Boreas are famously hard to traverse, with all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Taniko. We took the opportunity to ask her for advice.
Thought maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. I don't think... Right. Did she have any good advice?
She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all of the dangerous maelstroms, sea stacks, and iceberg elementals.
That must have made for a very relaxing journey.
It did. It was very inspiring, too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auroras in the night sky as we drew closer. They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. I even started on a new song. It wasn't ready to be shared yet, though.
I just wanted a sneak peek.
Well, you should have snuck better.
A new song? Can I hear it?
It's not done yet. Thanks to Una, we made it to Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one but us had been there before. Kind of exciting.
Very adventurous for sure.
As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, creating unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. The thickets rustled as we walked by, whether moved by wind or by creatures, we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with shimmering portals forming in their empty husks. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted by shrill shrieking sounds that seemed to come from right above us. It was almost idyllic.
Of course.
Or scary. It was mostly scary.
I wouldn't have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold, so...
So?
I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by tall trees. Or rather, one tree. All of them were connected, intertwined with one another. Through one of their twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. And in the midst, rested
a nymph! A real nymph!
Doing taxes?
She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight being reflected off the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstones and her smile was full of kindness.
She was alright, but also the only person around.
So Fable asked her for directions?
No, Fable asked her about everything but directions. I asked her for directions.
She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift.
A gift? That's sweet.
She gave us earplugs against the Banshee's song, so our bones wouldn't shatter.
That's very good gift. Very helpful. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return?
I did. She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back and she'd think of what she'd need a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition, so maybe for that.
Who would she even advertise to? Frogs?
Hey, frogs are a very important part of the economy. They're a keystone species.
And toads!
The Banshee was our first priority. So we stealthily made our way to Lonesome Lagoon with earplugs in our ears.
We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies.
As we finally approached the Lonesome Lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths. And then we heard it, a song, filled with all the sorrow of the world compressed into a single note.
It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in that song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she kept just going, like tears that couldn't stop or wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward and said hello.
They said, "Hello, Banshee, I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, bearing a row of deadly sharp teeth.
She was very nice, actually. She asked if we wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along.
Did you?
Of course!
It was kind of fun.
It was, and I thought, what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now? So I led with, I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right?
Oh, I don't know if that was the right thing to say.
She suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger, and then just started screaming. I was very thankful for the earplugs at that moment. I think without them my bones might have melted.
That was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thicket of the Borean forest.
Obviously, we couldn't just leave at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruits with the pattern of a little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them. She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down on the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way. Right in the middle is the giant portal to the Twilight Chasm.
Oh, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't send the prank masters that way. They would have been killed by the Banshee, maybe? I don't know. But if they're killed, then they can't be in their own games.
Its colors the water this deep, dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within.
There were bones floating in the lagoon, too.
I almost brought one for your tavern.
A bone? Why didn't you?
I thought you wouldn't like it.
I would like a bone. I could put so many bones around here. I love bones.
I'll keep that in mind for the future. The Banshee actually fished out some bones to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Ma'am Marmer, as she calls her. Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls. Ever since the Banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monster by Screech Magazine! She told us it carved a hole in their relationship, that it caused a lot of jealousy. And she was disappointed the Mary Morgan cared more about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself, but she said that she didn't need to apologize for being scary. She was very thankful she got to talk about it, though. She was holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all the drama.
Oh.
She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave, which was really nice of her.
Did you end up taking a nap at her lair?
We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the dead, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall for the call of sleep.
You found loot. You have my attention. What did you find?
Gold, bones, skulls, jewels of all sizes.
And a lute! It was broken, but I picked it up anyway. There was also a delicate silver mirror that had hearts carved all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings.
Melina showed me some of them in a book the other day. when the Wizard of Zoford showed us around his library. It was a mirror of far speech. It lets you speak to anyone on this plane, given that you've seen them before.
Oh, so you called Melly?
No, we called the Mary Morgan.
Oh, that makes more sense. How did it go?
Well, I had to be the one to make the call since Kumo had never met her. When her face appeared, all I could do was stare in horror as she gazed back at me. I felt like I was back in the Ashen Grove leading adventurers to their doom, and I just froze.
So I took the mirror out of their hands. Her first words were threats of what she would do to us if we had dared to harm the Banshee.
Oh, she does care.
Of course we hadn't. That briefly calmed her down. Until I asked her why she wasn't here, if she was so worried about the Banshee's well-being. Avoiding the question, she instead talked to us about the state of the lagoon. She complained that it must be incredibly loud with all the tourists and whatnot. I assured her there were no tourists, at least none that were alive. So she asked what I was doing in the lair then. Honestly, I replied that the Banshee had offered us a place to stay in her cave. I quickly realized I'd picked the wrong thing to say.
Foot in mouth.
Her eyes started bleeding black ichor, and she began cursing us out in tongues.
The mirror cracked under her gaze and started bleeding black water. It was terrifying. And then we were just supposed to sleep there, as if she couldn't crawl out of the mirror any second.
After that happened, I thought that we shouldn't discuss our further plans in that cave. So I pulled Fable outside and we went for a walk. The nymph had mentioned this enchanted flower field where she collects flowers for the fish. So we went there. Thought it might be a good spot.
It was a good spot. Even though I couldn't stop shaking for a while, though the flowers really helped. As did not being alone.
Was that when Kumo braided your hair?
It was, yes.
You guys are so cute!
My hair kept falling in my face and it was overwhelming me. So he sat me down and braided it away while I was working on rebuilding that loot. He said that some distraction would help. Talking also really helped. Even if I asked a lot of stupid questions.
They weren't stupid, just curious.
Did you have a favorite one?
They asked where I learned to braid hair. That actually brought us further on our quest.
How so?
Well, I learned it from my mother. It's the only thing I feel I have left of her. It was her way of apologizing. She was never very good with words. It made me think. Sometimes people aren't very direct with what they mean.
I have heard of that, yes.
Like the Mary Morgan. She didn't seem angry about the Banshee outdoing her in some fear pageant. She didn't even mention it once. She only got upset when she thought we had hurt the Banshee. Or when she thought we were tourists. Or when we said we were staying in that cave. Like she was jealous of something entirely different from some issue of the Screech magazine.
We talked it through and decided we had to get the two of them to talk face to face. Obviously it would be difficult because of the distance, but...
I had taken the mirror with me when we left. Thought it might be useful.
Ever the thief.
Indeed. I used it to call Baya. I asked her to tell the Mary Morgan to come to Boreas. Fable mentioned she could teleport via plants, however that works.
She can. You should try it out, it's nauseating.
I think we'll pass. While I went to talk to the Banshee, Kumo picked up the Mary Morgan.
She and I really connected on eyeliner techniques. When we arrived at the lagoon, they were immediately ready to claw at each other's throats. And not in the fun way.
There's a fun way?
But somehow we managed to convince them to sit down.
We tried to get them to talk about their feelings, but they just kept talking past and over and away from each other.
Arguing about an issue that didn't exist.
So I had this crazy idea. I took out my new lute and asked them if they wanted to write a song together. They declined and insisted their voices would clash, but I thought at the very least it'd stop them from arguing. Kumo helped me convince them by summoning tiny rain cloud pitter-pattering in a gentle melodic rhythm.
You could do that?
To inspire them to give it a try. We asked them to put all their emotions about the situation into a song. In the end, they harmonized together perfectly. Like their voices were made for each other in the gentle hum of my lute.
It was Beautiful.
And a little bone-shattering, but very romantic. Most importantly, the song finally got them to understand each other. Like Kumo had suspected, the Mary Morgan was scared, not jealous, now that the Banshee was so popular. She feared the Banshee would become really busy with tourists visiting all the time. She assumed she wouldn't have time for her anymore. But the Banshee assured her that she doesn't care about any of the tourists. Only about the Mary Morgan, and Baya, of course. We told them to talk to her too, and mentioned how much she had been missing them. They agreed to meet for a tea party in the Ashen Grove, so Baya doesn't have to travel too far.
Did you invite them to your barbecue?
No. After the outpouring of emotions, they wanted some time for themselves.
The quest was done. It had only taken us 2 days, which was really efficient. Unfortunately, we told the ship to pick us up in 3 days, so we were trapped on the island.
So you swam back?
What? No. What's wrong with you?
Rudeness. The usual.
We started brainstorming about what we could do while we waited. So I asked about the cheesecake recipe. But then I realized there wasn't anywhere to bake it. They don't have any taverns on Boreas. It was a stupid idea.
It wasn't.
Oh, I love that Kumo, helps them with their self-esteem.
Somewhere on the island had to be something to bake a cheesecake in.
Did you find that something?
We did, but it turned into its own small quest. First, we had to find the right place for our little adventure. We met these lovely gnomes living in their little mushroom houses, and they offered to let us use their ovens. But they were too small, so they introduced us to the local Toad Hill giant. Its kitchen was enormous, but it was easier to work in one that was too small. Then the gnomes, the nymph, and the giant helped us gather ingredients from all across the island. So we were able to make enough cheesecake for everybody. I burned mine a bit. But when we made the second batch for the ship's crew, they were already starting to turn out better. Kumo is a really good teacher.
And you're a really good student.
Thank you. The cake really lifted the crew's spirits on the journey back. We agreed to teach them the recipe once we hit land. Afterwards, they invited us to the captain's birthday party.
They went on a whole side quest.
They even introduced us to a traveling obelisk who sang us songs of the ancients. It showed us a shortcut through the Rhyolith's mountain range where we met some flaming songbirds.
And now you're here.
And now we're here.
Well, I'm glad you two didn't run off in the sunset together. I'm glad you came back.
Of course we did. I promised a good story.
And you delivered tenfold. Where are you two going next? Oh, they're blushing so much. They're so cute.
I should probably talk to Melina. She was pretty mad when I left. I guess I should apologize while I still can.
Good idea.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, I think I need to do this alone. Or rather, with her. And I have to check in on Rufus too.
And maybe Hex taught her some fun magic tricks in the meantime.
You left her with Hex?
And with Grace?
Grace is right here. Don't worry, nothing was set on fire.
I should go. But before I go...
Oh?
Do you... maybe... wanna... do something together later today or tomorrow? Like... a... thing?
Are you asking them out on a date?
Oh, like hanging out together? We could play charades with the werewolves.
I think he meant hanging out as in a date. Please? Please, come on, you're so cute. Come on.
Did you?
Maybe I did.
Oh!
Come on!
Okay, that sounds really fun!
Yes! Cool. I'll pick you up, or I'll see you around, or whatever. I'll see you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Oh, they're so cute! I love them!
He asked me out on a date!
He did.
That's... Oh, what? What do I do now? Do you think Archie has books on dating? Or should I ask the Hydra for advice? I probably knows about dating, right?
Archie is still on his quest. Also, I'm right here.
You're right. What should I do?
Yeah, go, see where it takes you. Just see what happens. Or where he takes you. Hopefully somewhere nice.
I do feel safe with him, so maybe I should try trusting this more.
Mostly, I think you should just be honest with him. He seems to like you for who you are. So there's no need to hide. Oh, I wonder if Grace feels any way about hearing this story. It's kind of a lot like her and Hex. Specifically, like the whole talking around how you actually feel instead of saying how you really feel thing. Both of them seem to not be using their words about their worries towards one another.
That's the scary thing. Why does he feel the same way?
Because you're very lovely.
People keep saying that. But sometimes I just feel a lot lovelier hiding, you know?
To me, it sounds like perhaps a bit too late for that. Sorry for listening in. You two were just very sweet.
It's okay. I also thought it was sweet. He was very sweet. But now that he's gone, I have time to think again. And I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that type of sweet anymore.
Oh no, Fable, no!
Maybe he was just being nice?
He asked you on a date because he was just being nice?
Well, maybe. He felt bad for me or something.
Innkeeper, dear, I think Fable might be in need of another drink. Maybe something to untangle their thoughts? Something for a quick escape from all this overthinking.
That sounds good.
Yes. I'll see what I can do. You're gonna like think yourself in circles and then be like, oh no, I don't actually deserve anything. No, don't do that. You deserve this, Fable. You deserve to be happy. Let's see, we've got the Swift Strike, 1,000 Winds. That's not gonna be it. First Peaks, boop 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 boop. I think the Swift Strike is probably the only one we have that's full dex. Yeah, let's see. But, you know, overthinking can be really tough. I know how it feels. I get pretty bad anxiety when it comes to certain things, and I start to think that everybody hates me or something like that. And it's just, sometimes it helps to have somebody there reminding you, or just to remember, like, oh, I'm overthinking, and it's like, no, that's not what happened. You can just, you know, anxiety tends to mess with your brain a lot, and I feel like that's what Fable's going through right now. Needs to focus on the present and not the future that may or may not happen. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you need to focus on the present and it's like you need to focus on the present and what Kumo said, not what you think Kumo meant, because Kumo was very clear, especially when we pointed it out, that they want to go on a date with them. But we don't want it to be like, oh, but they said that, but what if they meant this, what if they meant that? It goes back to communication, honestly. Does this help?
Very much so, thank you. I feel like now I can uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain. What do you think I should do?
What do you want to do? Yeah, that's important. This is your life. What do you want to do?
I want to go on our dates, and I want to get to know him better. Maybe even get him to know me better, too. Do you think he would like that?
I think so, yes. It seems like you don't need our answers. You have yours already.
Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart.
Did you know you can give that permission to yourself?
I forget that every time, but I know you're right. I think I know what to do now, somewhat. But I'll figure the rest out. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes that's all I really need when I'm scared.
Ooh, new character information. Ooh, With their budding faith in themselves, they're beginning to enjoy new things instead of being terrified of them. They're learning how to play an instrument, performing songs, and actually letting people close. This process will take some time, but they've come a long way already. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with being scared, as long as you don't run from the things that make you happy.
You're right. It took me a while to realize that. Running is so easy, you know? You always know where to go, away. But staying, you have to actually look at yourself, figure out what your part is in everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from Boreas, dancing with Kumo to the music of the navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would have never gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there, I realized that life is so much more than a constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best and face my problems. Even though it's terrifying, I know that I'm not alone.
Is this still about Kumo?
No, he was never a problem. He's one of the reasons I'm not alone. Just like you.
Aww.
With good friends by my side, I can do anything.
And I can't wait to see what you'll do.
It might not be as impressive as you hope, but it will be me, and I'm excited about that.
Me too. I'm really proud of you, Fable.
Thank you for everything, especially the great advice.
That was really great advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe you should. Hey! What the hell? What did I do? You were saying you didn't know what to do. Rudeness. But we all conquer life at our own pace. My personal next Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss. And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper? Oh, wait, a mirror of far speech? Of course. There are some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with the do not enter signs. You shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check. Please don't. I won't. I'm polite. Or am I? Now you're just messing with me on purpose.
Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up there.
Let's.
Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm?
Not for long enough to capture any creatures.
I see.
This is awkward.
What are you thinking about, innkeeper?
Oh, you know, innkeeper things.
I don't. No, I mean, since I'm not an innkeeper and all.
Right. That song you mentioned, the one you started writing on the ship. I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle.
I don't think it's jingle material, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress.
Of course. There's a calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. I've heard the tales, set the sails, now it's time for me to leave. That sounds like a great opener.
So you like it?
It's wonderful. I love everything about you, Fable. I can't wait to hear more.
Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something.
I know the solution. More adventures. Maybe the next adventure. Exactly.
Maybe.
Will you let me know when it's done?
Of course. I can't wait to show you the finished version.
Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you.
For maybe finally finishing a song?
For not running.
Oh. Thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice?
All the time, yes.
Why don't you?
That's a good question. I don't know. We still haven't opened that letter either.
It's hard, I know, but I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay.
I would like that.
Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space.
I have thinking to do. I am silent in my pondering. Maybe it's time to stop running. Should I... Is it time to read that letter? Yes. Oh, that was easy. I guess I've been wanting to for a while. Let's hope for no regrets. Oh, my dearest friend, long has it been since we talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's a waning memory. I can only imagine how you enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did for a brief moment, for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the old times, the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of this century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Tavern is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not, I'll be right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, old friend. What does it mean? Innkeeper, what are you hiding? That was... I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. But you didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Oh, hey! Whoa! Watch your language! Pardon? Also, what's with this music? No time. Duck! What?
What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Healing?
Something's coming. Something big.
Your next show?
What? No.
There's no time. Duck!
Is the ground...
Uh-oh. Oh, what's happening? Oh, no! Ah! Oh, gosh. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, dear. What the hell is... Oh, the water! Outside! Is everyone alright?
I think so. Yes.
That was a close call. Could have been really dangerous.
What just happened? Why? Is there water outside the tavern?
I'd also like to know the answer to that question. What did you do?
I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods drafting my newest song when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then, a wall of water came rushing towards me.
From where?
I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately looking for shelter. No way I was gonna let my hagum get wet. These strings are made of real Chabine silk, and the body is ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity.
That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you?
I mean, at least they told us to duck.
Of course. This instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile.
Grace! Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
Is everyone alright? Grace! Dragons! You're alright! I was worried something happened to you.
Oh, don't worry. When the walls started rumbling, I hid under a table, and then I watched the water rush by the window. It was like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far into the mainland. That's right, that's why I checked the map real quick, because I was like, we're not that near a coast, are we?
Right! It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there.
Is this because I read the letter? I wonder what could cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying, to say the least.
And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking.
Don't worry, it'll withstand.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I've gotten through worse than this. Don't look at me like that.
You?
I meant it's gotten through worse than this. Don't look into it. My mysterious past will remain mysterious.
Wouldn't have thought it could withstand this sort of thing, but even more so glad it can. Seems to be a simple yet very sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Mwah!
Are you flirting with the innkeeper?
Pah! Me? No. Also, that's beside the point.
It is?
I mean, unless...
I like to work my body. Helps in a lot of aspects. Don't chicken out now.
Can we get back to the point, please?
Oh, right, we're underwater. Sure, the point. Right, back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the treetops, jotting down notes for my next song, when suddenly a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped on the rock I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw the water break through the canopies, snapping trees in half like they were shush silk skewers. I wasted no second. I turned on my heel, knowing I'd be done for if I waited a moment longer. Then I was here and told you to duck.
That sounds horrible. Are you alright? Are you hurt?
I'm fine, thanks. Mwah. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure? Not the point right now.
I'm Grace.
Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm...
Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso.
Yes, that would be me. Fable looks so done.
My apologies, I didn't mean to push any boundaries. But I saw you perform at the Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on all my heartstrings with your beautiful performance.
I did that?
Yes, I was awestruck by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way. Magic can be very soothing in moments of distress.
Were you distressed back then?
A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But not more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well.
I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swim by?
No, I didn't. I was looking at you guys. What? Where?
It looks like a red-winged eel.
I love eels. Oh? Haven't seen one of those in ages.
Where is its natural habitat?
Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Oh no!
Something isn't right. I'm afraid you might be correct.
I'm also afraid, very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside.
We might want to board the door up. Of course not. You should all stay for the night.
Would that be possible?
Of course. The tavern will withstand this, and a bit of company wouldn't hurt.
I agree. Thank you, innkeeper.
If we have to, we can go to the roof. It's not that high, unless it gets higher. Say, you with the lute, what's your name?
Fable. My name is Fable.
Do you play? The lute, I mean.
Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet.
How about we play together, a song or two, to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside?
It's very untuned. It goes out of tune really quickly, but I guess that's a lute thing.
I gotcha. Show it to me. I'll help you, and we'll jam until the noon dawn rises. Aw, that's really sweet of you, boy. Oh, blub blub, sleep with the fishes. Oh, jeez. This isn't good. Oh my god! What the heck? Oh no! Oh dear. Oh no. Are we just stuck in here? I don't think anyone else can get in unless they go through the windows. Oh dear. Rising tides indeed. Act 3. Oh jeez. Wait, wasn't it just Act 2? Oh, okay, so we reached a new act. Alright, I know I said I was going to, do another episode? Or I was gonna do 3 days, but having us reach another act seems like a good point to stop. Especially something as crazy as this. So we're gonna stop here, and we'll figure out what's going on next time. I hope everyone else is okay. It seems like we've got Fable, Voy, and Grace stuck in here with us. I don't know if anyone else is gonna be able to get in, or how we're even gonna be able to get out. I wonder if this happened because we read the letter, or if it's unrelated. Maybe it's related to the stars falling, but I think the stars falling is also related to the letter somehow. I don't know, but at least we finally opened it. We know what it said, and it feels like a threat, so we'll have to worry about all of that next time. Until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves, wear your floaties inside the tavern, and have a good day.